अस्सलाम वालेकुम बच्चों, ये हमारे पास है। सबसे पहले पास में हमारे पास थ्योरम है कि लॉ ऑफ पैरेललोग्राम क्या होता है। अगर यू और वी दो वेक्टर्स हैं हमारे पास, आसान सा लॉ है, इतना मुश्किल नहीं है। अगर यू और वी दो हमारे पास वेक्टर हैं तो यू और वी आर वेक्टर्स which we are not allowed to use the head and tail rule or addition of a vector. So what should be resultant? Resultant is equal to u का square v का square plus 2u v cos of theta. Now what is our u vector? This is our u vector and this one is our v vector. Okay, this one is our this one is our v vector. Okay, now according to law of parallelogram we draw parallel vectors to these vectors. Now this should be our resultant. This number should be the resultant. Now this we cannot apply the Pythagoras theorem here. Therefore, we draw a perpendicular. Because it is parallelogram, we cannot draw the number. So we draw a line, and this is our line. Now this line contains the vector. This line contains the vector. This is vector u and this is vector v and this is resultant. So this line contains the vector v. Okay, vector v, and this small part contains the vector ux, and this small part contains the vector uy. Therefore, what should be our vector? What should be according to parallelogram law? This is our now Pythagoras theorem. What should Pythagoras says? Pythagoras says that the square of hypotenuse is equal to square of this number. This is our base square plus square of this number, because this is our perpendicular. So perpendicular square and base square. What is our base? Base was our u vector plus ux vector. And what is our perpendicular? Our perpendicular was uy vector. Now what are the ux vector and uy vectors? Okay, what are the ux vectors and uy vector? What is ux vector? Ux vector is equal to u cos theta. What is uy vector? Is equal to u sin theta. Therefore, according to Pythagoras theorem, this resultant vector, this is our, now this one is our solution. We start our solution from here. So we can write resultant vector is equal to v plus u square plus ux square, but ux is equal to u cos theta and uy is equal to u sin theta. So applying the square, v square plus v u cos square theta प्लस u v cos थीटा प्लस u sin स्क्वायर थीटा. तो अगर हम u यहाँ से कॉमन लें तो cos स्क्वायर थीटा प्लस sin स्क्वायर थीटा इज इक्वल टू 1. सो u वेक्टर स्क्वायर v वेक्टर स्क्वायर, बट u is a vector, but vector u is making angle 0. So what should be u cos theta? U cos theta is equal to v, and v sin theta is equal to 0 because angle is 0. So vector v is equal to v. So putting vector v is equal to v in our this question, we get our required result. This is known as law of. Now Cauchy shewarz inequality. If we have a u vector, then mod of inner product of u v is less than or equal to norm of u norm of v. If case number 1, if any one of vector is equal to u 0, so u is equal to 0, then 0 inner product of 0 into v, and 0 multiply v must be equal to 0, so it is equal to 0. And similarly, right hand side u is equal to 0. So 0 norm of 0 is equal to 0. 0 norm of 0 into norm of v is equal to 0. Therefore, these two are equal. In case number 2, if both vectors are not equal to 0, then we have to prove this number. In other words, we, because inner product is equal to dot product, in other words, we have to prove this number. If divide this number inside this, so we have to prove, if we take this number is equal to a, this number is equal to b, so we have to prove a dot b is less than or equal to 1. In other words, we have to prove minus 1, because according to definition of minus 1, a dot b is less than 1. So first we take two vectors a plus b dot a plus b. We know that a vector dot a vector is equal to norm of a vector square. So this is equal to norm of a plus b vector square, which square is always greater than or equal to 0. So multiplying these two vectors, which is also greater than 0. So mod of a vector a vector into a vector is equal to norm of a vector square, and b vector into b vector is equal to norm of b square. This is not plus, this is actually multiply. This number is not plus, okay, this number is multiply. Okay, now then norm of a square, norm of b, but we know that a is equal to this number. This is definition of unit vector. This shows that norm of A must be equal to 1. B is also unit vector. This implies that norm of B is also 1. Therefore, 1 square plus 2, putting values and taking to other side minus 2 and dividing 2 on both sides, we get our equation number 1. Secondly, we take a vector minus b, and this norm is also greater than equal to 0. Multiplying these vectors, norm is greater than 0. This is equal to norm is greater than 0. So putting the value of norm of a, norm of b, which is equal to 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. इसको दूसरी तरफ लेके जाएं तो this will be equal to minus 2. Therefore, dividing minus 2 on both sides, if you divide inequality by minus negative number, inequality will shift. Therefore, a dot b is less than or equal to 1. This is equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, minus 1 is less than equal to b, less than equal to a dot b, less than or equal to 1. So it can be written as a dot b is greater than, less than or equal to 1. What is value of a and what is value of b? So putting value of a and value of b inside this question, we get norm of, if we take, because norms are the numbers, they does not depend on the modulus. Therefore, it can be written as u dot v modulus is less than equal to norm of u, norm of v. This is our proof. थैंक यू बच्चों. ये दो थ्योरम भी पेपर में इंक्लूड है, तो आपने ये दो थ्योरम भी करने हैं ताकि आप लोगों की प्रैक्टिस हो जाए और पेपर तैयार करके